Starting with episode 10, there's only 7 winners, I think. Washington with 1, California with 1, Utah with 1, New Mexico with 1, Nebraska with 1. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 3 from Arizona, and I completely forgot who had the other one. Who else has it? California, Montana. Oh, Montana. Why is it? Oh, it's not Montana. What am I looking? 1, 2, 5, 6. Oh, Washington. No, I just said Washington. 7. This seems very wrong. What am I missing? Well, it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Well, I am missing 1 winner as of now. That's not good. I'll fix that later, because this would get me 9 winners. Did I not? Hold for a moment. Okay. Vermont does it now. Okay. I don't know why this was. Oh, I forgot to save it. That's what happened. Yeah. Okay. Just so we remember that everything is saved, up to date, and we'll begin. Oklahoma immediately going for Arkansas, Arizona going for Utah, and Nevada going for Idaho. South Carolina and North Carolina fighting, and first death was Georgia on Florida. North Carolina killing South Carolina. Oklahoma and Texas going. There was a death over here, I think. No, there was not. Maybe. No. A lot of fighting happening in the Northeast. Ohio killing someone down there. Did not see who they were. Probably should remember at this point. And Michigan is out. Ohio is out from Indiana. New York and Pennsylvania. Indiana on Kentucky, I want to say. Illinois with Missouri. Georgia taking someone out that I didn't recognize. Wisconsin, someone over here. I really gotta remember the names. Georgia taking out someone else. They're really coming in player. Iowa looks like to be dead. Yep. Pennsylvania taking out 2 people. Really fast in the beginning is what I'm realizing. New York is about to be taken out. There we go. Northeast is getting cleaned up right now. Wisconsin on North Dakota, Tennessee on Virginia, Virginia with North Carolina, Illinois, Wisconsin, Arkansas all fighting, Oklahoma and Kansas fighting, New Mexico and Colorado fighting, and who's that? Oh, I just said their name. They're out though. Nebraska's there. We have fighting Tennessee, Arkansas, and Georgia, Wisconsin, Illinois, Oklahoma, and Texas, and why can I not remember their name? Oh, Wisconsin was thinking about Illinois, Tennessee destroying Georgia, North Carolina taking that win, North Dakota going against South Dakota and Illinois, but they're still winning, and Nevada was taken out by Oregon and California. Montana and Idaho, someone was saying that here, don't remember. Pennsylvania and Illinois, Nebraska and South Dakota, Oklahoma and Arkansas, Massachusetts and the Northeast, first Pennsylvania as well, Oklahoma and Nebraska, New Mexico and Texas, and that's Pennsylvania gone. Nebraska and Oklahoma still fighting, and North Carolina and Tennessee fighting over Florida. Illinois is pushing down into Arkansas, Oregon and Florida, California are fighting, and that's Arkansas gone, I think. Virginia, Tennessee, and Illinois fighting. Illinois is also fighting Oklahoma at the same time. Tennessee pushing up into Illinois, with also pushing up into Virginia. Oklahoma pushing up into Illinois as well. Massachusetts and Maine now fighting. We have a lot of fights over here. California, Arizona. They all fighting Utah and Oregon over. Tennessee pushing down into Louisiana, but they're pushing against Texas and Tennessee and winning. Virginia coming down for Tennessee. North Dakota against Illinois. Oklahoma being pushed in. Tennessee now taking on North Carolina and Virginia. Oklahoma on Texas. Oregon and Washington. And Washington is taking out Oregon. Massachusetts versus Virginia. Louisiana is getting pushed in and defeated by Texas. Virginia is now on Massachusetts and Tennessee's. Maine is pushing down on Massachusetts, and Illinois is going for Nebraska and Texas at the same time. And I forgot who's dead, but they're dead. Tennessee pushing up for Illinois. Oklahoma pushing for Nebraska, and Washington have a fight. Montana very small though. North Carolina is being pushed in by Tennessee. Oklahoma with their weird borders being pushed out by Illinois. I think that for them, but weird borders are seemingly everywhere. Oklahoma pushing back in. Massachusetts against Illinois. Maine up here and almost dead. North Carolina going for Tennessee. Nebraska and South Dakota. And Maine is dead by Massachusetts. Idaho versus Utah just happened. South Dakota and North Dakota going against it again. Massachusetts pushing Illinois. California pushing to Arizona. New Mexico also fighting Arizona. Massachusetts still going. Tennessee versus Texas. Idaho versus Montana and Washington. Still having the same amount of trouble they were having last game. California versus Utah. Massachusetts versus Illinois and North Carolina. Massachusetts take out North Carolina. Tennessee takes some of it with no money left. Illinois versus Texas and Oklahoma. South Dakota versus North Dakota. Still having a great fight. Nebraska and New Mexico fighting through this little interpass. Montana fighting through any small pass they can get through. Massachusetts is coming down, but Illinois is going to push back into the Northeast. Nope, it doesn't happen. Nebraska is killed by Illinois. South Dakota takes that land. Also fighting with Colorado. Illinois now takes out whoever that was. Completely got Washington pushed down on California, but California is still pushing up. Texas now pushing up on Illinois, and North Dakota pushing in. California fighting with Idaho. Idaho also fighting with Utah, and South Dakota has joined the fight with Illinois, and North Dakota stopped. Colorado and Montana fighting Washington, now fighting Idaho. They might go out soon. Illinois is getting pushed by 3 people, except South Dakota stopped, and now Oklahoma stopped. And North Dakota versus South Dakota is going on again, and this is killed by North Dakota for South Dakota. Idaho versus Washington, Utah versus Arizona, and New Mexico versus Texas. Montana versus Colorado, that's a lot of fights at one time. And Idaho versus Washington, Illinois versus North Dakota completely taking out half of their land. Montana pushes back from the other side. California going for Washington. This looks like to be their end, and it is. Oklahoma versus Texas. What a rivalry, but one's out. Colorado pushing up against Montana, and Arizona pushing up against California. Massachusetts going in for Florida. Yeah. Top 11 right now, almost at top 10. Massachusetts on Illinois. Illinois also on North Dakota. New Mexico and Texas fighting, and Massachusetts going back for Florida again. California is beating down Idaho at 0 money. Montana and Colorado are at it. New Mexico and Utah. New Mexico and also Texas could be a very bad fight. They're taking out some gory borders. Montana and North Dakota. Massachusetts back for Florida. And New Mexico's on Colorado. And Massachusetts is breaking through while New Mexico is taking out some casualties. Idaho versus California, and Montana versus North Dakota. Massachusetts back for Florida once more. This is just like the Texas war we had over here. Utah really wants Idaho to be that number 11 so they can make it to the top 10. It's very breathtaking. Illinois is on New Mexico, and Illinois is now on Massachusetts, pushing up in the northeast. We have Utah and Arizona. Illinois is on Texas. California has joined the Arizona-Utah battle. Illinois is also on Colorado, and they're being pushed in by Texas. This might be the end of their empire. Montana and Idaho are fighting. Utah on the bottom of Idaho. And California also on Idaho. This is definitely the end of them. And Massachusetts is being beaten by Illinois, but they're pushing back. New Mexico is also pushing from the other side. Colorado, North Dakota, and Arizona and California. Montana now in Colorado, pushing in from the south, and Texas is taking land with New Mexico and North Dakota, and now they're fighting New Mexico and Texas. Colorado, Montana fighting again, and California going on Idaho once more. They really want Idaho out. Montana now pushing both North Dakota and Colorado back, and California almost taking out Idaho. Massachusetts taking Texas and Illinois out, and they're actually fighting pretty good against Illinois. And Illinois is out, and let's go for a fast top 10. Number 10 is Idaho, number 9 is Colorado, number 7 is Utah, number 6 is Arizona, number 5 is Montana, number 4 is North Dakota. I did this wrong. Number 4 is actually California. Number 3 is New Mexico. Number 2 is Texas. And in the front is Massachusetts. New Mexico and Texas going forward. They're fighting for the number 2 spot. California going down on Arizona, and Montana and North Dakota fighting at the top. Massachusetts coming for New Mexico. New Mexico is going to fight back, and they take second from Texas. They might even take first, but Texas is coming down on them as well, and Texas takes back for second. I think someone just died there. So this would be Idaho's death, yeah. Texas and New Mexico fighting Massachusetts. We have California and Utah. New Mexico is sandwiched by Texas and North Carolina. Colorado and North Carolina fighting. Montana, California, both, and Arizona now on Utah. The fight for second place is still happening with New Mexico taking second place back. Massachusetts making sure to push out Texas, but Texas getting the upper hand and takes first. Massachusetts now in third, and New Mexico is in second. But the fight for the top 3 is very close, and still happening with New Mexico now taking the top. Texas at 2 and Massachusetts at 3, with little wars happening at the side, but they cannot take from the northeast, as this place is usually cleared out fast and shows who is on top 1. Utah fighting Arizona. And now Utah and California, New Mexico and Massachusetts, and Massachusetts pushing in. Texas has now taken the first, as Massachusetts has taken away a lot of land from New Mexico, but Massachusetts is looking for another push in. Texas is coming back up, taking first. Massachusetts now in second, and New Mexico on third. Utah is taking land from everybody around it, making sure it's known. New Mexico is deciding to get a new source of land from North Dakota, which is probably better than finding the 2 bigs, but Texas is coming back up and pushing New Mexico as far as they can, but New Mexico's coming back. North Dakota is also taking from it, but nothing has changed in the top 3. Colorado is pushing into North Dakota and Utah. We have Massachusetts trying to get to New Mexico, California going into Utah, North Dakota going to Colorado, Arizona fighting New Mexico. Colorado is getting pushed in. Montana and Florida, California are taking a fight, but it's nothing really happening. Arizona fighting New Mexico, and at this point there is still 4 winners alive. Montana being taken out from California. New Mexico is going on Massachusetts. A great divide now in the top 3, but Massachusetts is still staying where they are. New Mexico and Texas are fighting once more. Like, this could go on for anyone. California has taken the entire Pacific, and they're really going in for Montana, but Montana is fighting back as hard as they can. Utah and Colorado are still fighting, but Colorado has a pretty good spot with Utah not being able to go all the way. They have to go all the way around to defend. Arizona taking a fight to California, but being beaten back. Texas has almost entirely lost where Texas actually is, to be honest. Except they're fighting back now. Texas and New Mexico very close. Except New Mexico is now taking the first. Oh, and the change has happened. Massachusetts is now 5th. California is 3rd. And and they're now the 6th. Everyone is going in front of Massachusetts as much as they can. But Texas is fighting back for New Mexico to get out. Breather. And Texas is going up for Massachusetts. California is on Arizona, while New Mexico is also beating into Arizona. North Dakota, Montana, Utah, and Colorado back on North Dakota. Arizona is pushing into California, and Texas is showing Massachusetts who is boss. Utah is coming down on Arizona, taking pieces out where Nevada was. New Mexico and Texas are fighting again, though that's not really a surprise at this point. And New Mexico is now taking North Dakota and Texas, while Montana and California are still fighting. New Mexico is now beaten by North Dakota, and they're in 4th, so they are coming for that spot. Colorado is also trying to get in. Now Montana is trying to take out North Dakota, which would help a lot. Except North Dakota is fighting back, and California is pushing into Utah, while Texas and New Mexico fight, pushing a bit on. Oh, and New Mexico is coming down at all sides, except over here. And now it's Texas on the win. Let's talk about nothing. Oh, and California kind of has something on Utah. Nothing really. Nothing on Arizona. Really, let's go into the big battles because that's really what we want here. There's no main takeaway. The biggest battle here is New Mexico and Texas. That is always the biggest battle. We're getting pushes right on the eastern side more, some in the middle, not really over here. And Massachusetts wants a piece back, but and they are kind of going in. Colorado is making the biggest here with taking out most of the middle of New Mexico. And North Dakota is going for New Mexico, but remember, you have to reach all the way around here to kill New Mexico, so it has to be over here. All this land doesn't really matter unless New Mexico can die. Montana is taking out North Dakota as much as they can. Colorado is really beating back everyone to get in their place. And California does not want Arizona to get their 4th win, which would be pretty substantial. As for the wins, once every state has at least one, except for once, the one who has not won at all will die or be deleted, and every other score will be tested. So all the ones will fight each other, and the loser of that, or the last eliminated for that one, will be out. And that will go up until there is at least one. So if Arizona is at 15 at that point, and is the only one to have 15 wins. Oh, and New Mexico pushing into Texas, and this, nope, it's not their loss. If Arizona was only one at 15, they'd be safe. If there were, say, 4 4s at that point, and we'll have a battle through that, one of those 4s will be eliminated, and after that, everyone will be reset to 1, and we'll do it again. And at that end, there should be at least 6 or 8 done for that set, and it'll restart from there. So far, most are safe. The most safe is Arizona, as they are the only ones that have 3 wins, so they would be safe in that perspective, I guess. And once there's only 2 nations left, there would be one video for that as the final USBR, which is United States Battle Royale. And New Mexico is being beaten back by Colorado, and Arizona is using this small gap here to take on Texas, and it's working. Massachusetts has been beaten back to the northeast, where it's living out its last days, 700 years later. California taking on Arizona and Utah, North Dakota and Colorado. Arizona now beating into Utah. Montana being beaten by Colorado. North Dakota coming down for Texas, and it's working. Oh, and let's talk about the top 3 again. Texas is in the front. North Dakota is going for that too, and they're really taking out. California's on 3. New Mexico and Massachusetts have dropped. Colorado's now going for North Dakota. Ooh. Carolina is far out. Don't let me confuse you. Arizona has taken their full gap, and New Mexico is cut up into 3 different places at this point. Oh, 4 different places. A revolt here, and here would have been fun to play out, but that's not what we're going for. And Colorado and Arizona both going down, and Texas is out. This will change up the top 3 by a lot, and I'll say it now. North Dakota is in 1st, Colorado is in 2nd, and California is in 3rd with only top 8 left. Massachusetts taking back its former glory. Colorado and Arizona having a battle, and North Dakota is going up for Massachusetts because no one likes Massachusetts for some reason. Utah going for Colorado, Montana going up. Massachusetts almost, they've taken most of the Appalachians from Massachusetts at this point. Arizona with New Mexico, Montana with North Dakota, New Mexico versus Colorado, and they're taking land, and this might be the end for New Mexico. And it's not. New Mexico's fighting back. New Mexico, not New Mexico. Colorado versus North Dakota, no real change in the top 3, and it's the top 7 at this point. California has no money, so if Utah would like to go to that fight again, they could win. Montana versus North Dakota. If Montana got into North Dakota, they would easily win that fight, of course, because it would take out all North Dakota. Though Colorado and Massachusetts would grow an exponentially rate. Yep. North Dakota pushing back. Montana's always going to give a fight, though. Colorado's coming in for Montana now for North Dakota as well, but they are really pushing down in Texas. Montana coming for North Dakota, and North Dakota is going down on Colorado. This could be a take for them. California fighting Utah at the moment now, but Utah knows they can take them, and Montana and Arizona have joined in the fight. Colorado is now fighting back North Dakota, and Montana has pieced out, not wanting that land. They've all pieced out, actually. Now North Dakota is coming up. They are taking for Texas, not really up here, more Texas area. Must be something for them. Or it could be that this is all mountains, of course. Utah going back for California, but also fighting Colorado, so not a good band. And Colorado is up against North Dakota. Arizona is on Utah, and Montana is also on Utah. Utah getting a lot of hate here. Of course, the Pacific is basically just the 3 winners at this point, with Montana still there, but they're getting taken out. And Massachusetts now fighting North Dakota. This could go very wrong, except they have a major battle right here that pushed them a bit back. Montana's also getting pushed back. Colorado's now going for North Dakota. This could be it. Montana and Massachusetts probably will be out of the top 5 at this point, if anything doesn't go wrong. And a major battle is happening here, but it's not really pushing out. This is more where you wanted to push out, and it's happening. And I think this is the end for Matt. Yep, it is. Massachusetts has been taken out, and they're all fighting for it. Fighting in here. No one else can get right over there. And Montana is pushing down, trying to secure borders. Arizona is pushing up, and Colorado is pushing out, and they might be able to do it. Of course, if they do get this, if they get here, they get all of this. But again, not really big pushback. There's no actual good person to have this anymore. It's only if you want to be called biggest. So far, the farthest range is probably California. Utah probably has the worst, being in the direct middle and being attacked by everyone at 0 gold. Montana does look like they're going to get pushed back by North Dakota, and Arizona's coming up. They are fighting for who will get 5th place, but neither of these guys are going to be winning this one. Arizona now pushing into Colorado. They want their 4th win, though they're getting pushed back in Texas. Everyone wants this area, apparently. Utah and Montana are fighting, except it's been split up. Arizona going for California. California against North Dakota. And pushed back by Montana to California. And Arizona going for Colorado as well. They really want to stretch around there. These mountains are annoying, but they are the only reason Colorado really stays alive in these. Arizona pushing back in California, and Montana being pushed out by Utah. They really want to say that they are number 5, and that is all they will be. Colorado pushing back out, Montana pushing in. They did almost win a game, but now here they are struggling to survive. Utah being pushed by Arizona, Utah pushing out for Colorado, Arizona going back in, Colorado going out for North Dakota. They are taking a lot of land over here. What they need is to conquer the mountains. Montana going for California, Utah going for Arizona, and Colorado being pushed back by North Dakota, but they still won land from that war. Also winning war in Arizona, and Montana is pushing out, but they can't really get it, and North Dakota has gone all in, so that they lose that land they just gained. Utah versus North Dakota, and Montana, and Arizona versus Colorado again. Colorado being beaten by both sides, as North Dakota didn't want a piece of that. Colorado is going for Utah, and Arizona is now on Utah's ass. And Arizona versus Colorado again. California and Montana had a quick war, with North Dakota now coming from Montana. and Colorado tried for it. You see Utah is getting pushed in by California and Arizona, except they're pushing out a bit, but now pushing in. No, actually they are pushing out, and Montana might be and here they are. Here's our top 5. Let's go fast. Utah at number 5. Number 4 is California. Number 3 is Arizona. Number 2 is Colorado. Number 1 is North Dakota, and North Dakota is now pushing into Colorado, who has no more money, and this might be the top 4. And Utah is now being pushed out by California. Arizona is going up for North Dakota with Utah. Obviously, that's not a real big win. And California is being pushed by Arizona. Utah is coming back out. This could be a win for a newcomer. Colorado or North Dakota have my bets. I'd put in your bets now because Utah is not doing so good. But Arizona could win. Good pushback on Colorado, of course. What you do want is this land to be owned by all of you, because being able to own all the mountains makes this part easy to conquer. Less so why Colorado is being pushed by North Dakota so much, but not over here as much. Utah and California, North Dakota and Colorado being pushed back again. Arizona versus California. Utah being pushed in by North Dakota, and now North Dakota is going after Colorado. And Colorado versus North Dakota, Utah versus California. This might be a tight battle. 26 minutes. This will probably go on to be in the 35s, probably. This is a lot of air and talking a lot. So gonna be a little slow with this. Utah is now on Arizona. Arizona versus California, pushing in. Colorado is still being pushed out by North. Actually, they're pushing North Dakota back, and California is being beaten back by Arizona and Utah, but they are taking Arizona a bit more. North Dakota is going for Colorado with Arizona at the help. Utah is pushing back California. And we're going to call about here's when a pushback for the Pacific will happen, probably. Utah is pushing for it into Washington a bit. Colorado is pushing over here. Utah and California are pushing into Arizona, but Arizona is having their own way in pushing for it. Utah is pushing to North Dakota, deciding they must die, and Colorado is also going on that sentiment as well. Pushing all the way in, and this might be the takeout, right? Oh, and it is not. Let me stop talking. Utah wants to fight with the person they just helped, but it's not going too well. And here they are, both pushing back up. I'm going to have to look at gold here because I think it's bad. That's right, North Dakota is at -6. That is not a good sign to be at. Utah is being pushed in. Arizona, I would stop at this point. Do we really want North Dakota gone, or do you want Utah gone? It's your choice there. Arizona is getting pushed back by Utah. If North Dakota is taken out, that means Colorado has to be the one to win this. That's what we would want for a new. Did I call top 5 at the wrong time? No, I called it the right time. And North Dakota is pushing back. California is coming up. Or not coming up. Arizona is coming up. They almost have it. I'm going to call right here is what I'm going to call the Pacific. And North Dakota is coming down. And Arizona is coming up. What we need is a push on Utah, but Colorado is instead getting back up. Utah being pushed by Arizona. I think this might be no. Never mind. Whenever I say I think, it will not happen. So I think. Never mind. Utah is now dead, and that means North Dakota can finally find California, and we can get a good fight out of this. Colorado pushing back up for North Dakota, and somehow they have dropped all the way to 4 because they're that bad. You are protected by one side, and yet somehow you cannot be the only people that are stopping you right now. If you can kill them, we might not have another repeat winner, and that'd be great. We're heading up to the 30-minute mark. And we have Colorado pushing back up. It's not doing well. The 3s are really pushing into Colorado, showing that that's their land. They are pushing up, and the mountain is coming back down on them. California being pushed by Arizona, and Colorado coming back for it. And now they're at 0 gold, and California is also at 0 gold. Arizona, all you have to do is push. Push, push, push. And nope, Arizona goes for North Dakota because that is obviously the better choice. Why else would you go for someone 0 gold? And they're pushing back, and there goes California, and Arizona has the Pacific. They're now pushing on Colorado, and this could be anyone's game at this point except Colorado's. Of course, North Dakota is being pushed by Arizona, and if Arizona gets that push, this might be their 4th win. And they will need to be stopped at any cost, because why have they been led to this 4 times? Arizona is pushing for North Dakota, and Colorado is still doing nothing, and so... Okay, this is what we're really focused on here, because they're dead. I'm telling you now, they lost. Colorado lost. If Colorado beats North Dakota, they lost. Just saying it now, they lost. Alright, here they are. Here's the pushback. We're getting a major battle right here, and a major battle here, and a major battle here, but nothing happens. Looks like a seat, to be honest. Like a... Oh, look at that. Here it is. The death. Yep, here comes the death. Oh, and they are somehow still alive. North Dakota, you're pushing in for no reason. You can't grab that land. Come on, let's fight Arizona. Now you have the full front. There we are. They might lose it here, though. It's a lost battle. You're gonna lose, Colorado. I just give them now. Okay, gotta push it. And all I have to do is push in. Arizona, you take North Dakota's capital and you win the game. That's not coming out. That I don't know how they're still here. Okay, so some reason Colorado's getting to stay. There we go. Here it is, and I think the game is over. I think Arizona has won. Yeah, Arizona has won. This is Arizona's game. Tell me I am wrong. There we are. As Arizona conquers the rest of the United States. This is it, really. They have their 4th win. Stop them from getting full 5 and max area here at North Dakota, Texas, Colorado, New Mexico, Illinois, Massachusetts, California, Utah, and Tennessee. This was a special for number 10, but if you want it all the time, you know.